Okay, and then next up is Dean Koontz's novel Anti-Man, which I think was his first. That was a standalone, even though it's a slender book. It wasn't an ace double. This was from 1970. One second here. There we go. And then I was going to quote. This is from page 148 of Catherine Ramsland's biography of Koontz here. Quote, in the story, Dr. Jacob Kennelman tries to save an android, which he refers to as he, capital H, or him, capital H, with its for its archetypal perfection. He saves this android from destruction by the world authority. He takes the android to a cabin in the wilderness and watches him devour huge quantities of food so he can transform himself into a creature of great strength and immunity. Jacob wonders if he might one day destroy humankind by doing this, though. But eventually, the android becomes a giant protoplasmic creature that claims to actually be God. But some evil part of itself has split away, causing deeds of destruction throughout the universe. Jacob helps to destroy the evil part of God, and then what's left of God transforms him into an immortal of great perception who can spread this transformation to others. And in that, the idea of an alien or a god, transforming healing powers to humans is something that comes up very well again in Koontz's Strangers, which hopefully I've heard they're making a TV show sometime soon. I'm not sure. That'd be awesome though, if they can do it well. I hope. But Strangers, well, his first really really literary book where he's trying to write like John D. MacDonald. He's writing sci-fi in John D. MacDonald style, which is interesting. But anyway, this is from what do I have over here? The Dean Koontz Companion, a book of his about essays about him and interviews with other writers. Also written by Ed Gorman, I believe, and Bill Munster, the author of That Sudden Fear. I met Bill Gorman at a sci-fi convention and spent several hours with him. Very nice old man. Um, anyway, from page 24, this Dean Koontz Companion. During an interview with the writer and friend Ed Gorman, Dean Koontz said, one of my early publishers insisted on a new title for a novel I wanted to call The Mystery of His Flesh. It was a science fiction piece and would inevitably have rocket ships or monsters on the cover, regardless of the contents, which would have helped readers identify the genre, wouldn't it? But the publisher hated the title, The Mystery of His Flesh, because they said, oh, everyone is going to think that's a gay novel, and gay novels don't sell. And I thought, wow, how times have changed. I suggested an alternate title, The Mystery of Its Flesh, which I think also would have worked, but the publisher said, no, that still sounds too gay. That sounds like a gay novel, which baffled me completely, so I just surrendered. They had a title of their own. I didn't have title control, so I couldn't prevent them from calling it Anti-Man, which, number one, didn't have any relation to the story whatsoever. Number two, sounded like some kind of comic book character. And number three, it definitely, indisputably, was not a title you'd find on a gay novel. So I thought that was quite hilarious. Koontz in his little goofy interviews. So there's Anti-Man. And stay tuned next for what's next. I think it is Hell's Gate. I'll have to check. See you next